It's week 8 of the National Football League. And coming up, we've got Daniel Jones. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Giants and the Steelers on Monday night.
Well, to the locals, it's still and will always be Heinz Field. But for the rest of us, we're along the North Shore of the Allegheny and Ohio Rivers at Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt here with you once again. It's this week going to be a step in the right direction for one of our teams we've got, Brock, both of whom haven't played the type of ball early in the season that they want. Both coming into this one below 500.
And you and I both know we're not math majors, but we do know this. You stay below 500 in this league, well, you're going to be headed to the top of next spring's NFL draft order. We're not to that point yet, but whoever comes out short here will find themselves a whole lot closer to it.
Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And off we go in Monday Night Prime Time. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. And bringing them out, a fourth-year quarterback and capable dual-threat producer from Ohio State, Justin Fields.
Your goal as a quarterback going into each and every season is to have a touchdown-to-interception ratio, Kate, of somewhere 2 to 3, and if you're great, 4 to 1. Anytime it's upside down like his outing last week with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, you know that's not sustainable. It could lead to an awful lot of L's.
Finds his man. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, this one's certainly off to an exciting start, partner. Hopefully this is the type of energy we're going to see the whole way today.
Defensive coaches, Kate, love to say, steal a possession, find a way to steal a possession. Well, they stole it on the very first play, and now put their offense in the driver's seat.
So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. Leading them out in his 6th NFL season since being picked 6th overall, Daniel Jones.
You really do love these moments as a quarterback, bouncing on that field, energized by what your defense just did, giving you a gift at the turnover and some really optimal field position. Wouldn't it be rude, Kate, of them not to accept that gift and put an early lead up to really crush their opponent's spirit?
First snap, and Jones is going to throw. And his first pass falls incomplete. Looking for Malik Neighbors that time. And it's going to be second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Half jumbo, half jumbo.
To throw again here on 2nd and 10. Jones. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. Keeps it moving. Touchdown, New York! The Giants don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. The Steelers are headed back out there now, led by Justin Fields. And they've been willing to both call runs for him and let him ad-lib as he sees fit. He's top 5 for rushing yards by a quarterback this season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know why baseball coaches are called managers, Kate? Because they got to manage a lot of situations. And I've realized over time in talking to them, they love taking a situation, a game moment, and making it a team topic. That play, by that corner right there, I know this is a head football coach, not a head football manager, but he's going to take that play. He's going to illuminate it to his team and show the fearlessness of his corner making that tackle.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it about 7 yards on that run. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Don't jump. Ready? Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Throw secured by George Pickett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here we go.
1st and 10 give to Harris. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Go.
Harris once more. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Brought to a halt by Deontay Banks. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
Right.
Fields now on 3rd. Warren's got it, complete. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down? A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Set to return. Here's Darnay Holmes. They track him down, but a nice return in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Jones. Fits it through the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Here we go.
Jones on 1st down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way. How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Well, if early results hold here today, partner, it would appear that this guy's in store for a busy game. They've already made it a priority going his way.
They always want to get a guy this talented the ball early, right? Just get him in confidence, get him in rhythm. But this game lines up well against this defense who right now has got no answers for his game.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Okay, here we go.
Play fake, Jones. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this
Eligible
out.
receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. So now, after the penalty, it's 1st and 15. They go play fake with Jones. That's caught at the 4. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully. And the tight...
And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants get 6 more on their early advantage. Daniel Jones with a touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants drive their lead to 11. Gano ready to send this away. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, Sit high.
Play action, Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the 20-yard line.
That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. It's a 2-score game early. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football.
Here we go.
They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Another try following the sack. Catch is made down the right sideline. It's a gain of 22. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Here we go. Sit high.
Fields out of the gun. Getting out to his left. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And it's picked out by the Giants. And New York is making a house call. Touchdown. The Giants capitalize on the turnover and add to their lead. He took off with it, which they give him full license to do when he sees an opening, Brock. But he couldn't keep it secure, and it winds up in a defensive touchdown.
Kate, I played for coaches that when you scramble, they force you to have 2 hands on the ball because they know this. They know these defenders love for these moments. They attack the looseness of that ball security. Quarterbacks, unlike running backs, don't always know how to tuck that ball away. And this defense, well, they took advantage.
Gano's point after is good. And the Giants push their lead to 18. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
Off play action, it's Fields. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Here we go. Tonight.
2nd down and 10, Fields. Roman Wilson reels it in. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
New set of downs for him from the 46.
Oh.
They give to Harris from the gun. And he works this to the 38 before going down. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here we go, tonight. Tonight.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kid, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, like that entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, man, you appreciate great safety play like that.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10.
Don't jump. Ready? Tonight.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Here we go. Go.
Staying on the ground with Harris. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now a stoppage for an injured player. Oh, that's their playmaker, George Pickens, who's shaken up. Significant loss for their offense if this is serious. Gotta figure out this 3rd down here.
Here we go. Tonight.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. It's inside the 10. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. We're good. Tonight.
Harris does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. Nothing on that play, and now we have 2nd and goal. It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. The Steelers at a deficit. The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, side. Hurry up, hurry up.
They'll run with Harris. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Steelers chop some of the lead off before the half. Najee Harris, the touchdown. Well, we've been saying it for years, Brock. If at first you don't succeed, try that run again.
You're exactly right. It's going to take more than one stop to deter those offensive coaches from calling another run play. They've got such faith in their group up front to leverage right at the point of attack and punch it in on the second time around.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers make it an 11-point ball game. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. The Giants and Daniel Jones making their return to the field now. And his start to the season has been special, hasn't it? The way he's played, it's no surprise at all that he's leading the NFL in passing. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Cadence, lock in the cadence, lock in the cadence. Up we go.
Here's Jones to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design, tremendous communication, everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes for 36 yards. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On 1st down, it's Jones to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. They pick up 20 yards there. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Intercepted in the end zone. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Caught by Washington, left side. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Here we go. Do it.
2nd and 4. Finds a seam down the middle. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Here we go. Sit high.
Fields looking to throw. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. The Steelers calling their 1st time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go. Oh.
Another throw for Fields. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here we go. Sit high. Sit high.
Throwing again on second down. Fields. It's caught. 1. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Tyler Nubin with the tackle. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Sit high. Sit high.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go. Sit high. Sit high.
Working inside the red zone. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Team, don't jump. Ready? Sit high.
Looking to throw Fields. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
Dicker connects there. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our 1st half. We're through 2 here with the Giants overcoming home field advantage. They've got the lead at the break. Now it's down to Florida, where Jonathan Coachman is standing by in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Lamar Jackson, strong in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 6-2 on the year. From there, we head all the way out west to see what's happening with the LA Chargers. And they were losers in that ball game to the visiting New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, we head to Southern California to check on the Rams at home at SoFi Stadium. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Trent Sherfield, big numbers, 4 touchdown catches. These 2 teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate? These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Holmes now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And so far, with a chunk of the season gone, you can see he's been the league's most productive receiver in terms of yardage. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He's got it deep downfield. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Giants will have a first down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. First down throw by Jones. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
So he scooped a fumble, and now he gets home and drops the quarterback for a sack. You know what that tells me about this linebacker? Well, he's not afraid to put his face in the fan and fight through some guys to make some game-changing plays.
This is Harris on second down. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after two straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Here we go. Good. Right.
Fields now, third and long. Taken in by Harris.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. It's fielded at the 14. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Giants headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Play fake, Jones. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Second and 10 now, Jones. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Big gain downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch. So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. Jones on first down. And a man is there to knock that away. And that one vehemently swatted away. And that'll bring up second down.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
To throw again here on second and 10. Jones. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be fourth down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Half jumbo, half jumbo.
Back to throw it. He connects downfield on fourth. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Calm, calm, calm.
Again, Jones to the air. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. On the shotgun, it's Jones. And he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants lead by 14. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Gano for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants lead by 15 now.
Steelers 13.
Gano ready to send this away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, side.
Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Buckets, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing a run. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
Here we go. Sit high.
2nd down here, another give to Harris. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound a defense. But you get this game going right at the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Here we go. Sit high.
Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go. Sit high.
From the 39. Completed here to Pickens. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Go.
Going right side, Harris with it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Here we go, set. All right.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this third quarter. Only one quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the third. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go, set. Hurry up, hurry up.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. He puts some power on a deep one left. And he's there to send that one away incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth.
Here we go, set. Set.
They do snap it. Here's Fields. He finds him beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One of their biggest plays of the game, and it comes on a fourth down gamble.
Just excellent effort on that catch, and a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Into the red zone after that big pickup. It's 1st and 10 from the 15.
Don't jump. Ready? Set. All right.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Here we go. All right.
Another try following the sack. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes. He loses the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. So just like that, Brock, a very nice drive ends in a whimper from that offense and a real roar from the defense, who get off the field by recovering that fumble.
Yeah, that defense was just getting walked backwards, and one of them finally said, enough is enough. And I'll tell you, the way they were moving the football offensively, I think you felt it, I felt it.
Yeah.
A touchdown was coming, but that defense responded.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing now, following the turnover. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Here we go. Up we go.
They go play fake with Jones. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers have some new life in the fourth. Well, okay, I guess we've got a couple of very giving teams today, Brock. One side coughs it up with a fumble, and the other side graciously hands it right back with the interception.
Hey, listen, if you like playmaking defenses, then you like this game right here. These defenses, they're the ones supplying the big plays, and they're putting their stamp on this game.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. I'm good. Is that all right?
Fields out of the gun. Wilson on a slant. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down from the red zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go, side. Go.
From the gun, they go with Harris. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Fields now on 3rd. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers can make it a one-score game as they trim the lead. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Holmes now to return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Giants about to get to work on offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. First and 10 now from the 30.
Half 88, half 88, half 88.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds his target, Robinson. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Giants go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch him sleeping to start that drive.
Gano for the PAT. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers offense headed out. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go. Do it.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Offense in the hurry up here. Trying again, following the sack. Oh no, he lost control of another one. Oh no, he lost control of another one. And it ends up out of bounds. A small loss on the play, but they do, importantly, keep possession.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
Caught by Fryermuth. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. May still have 2 to work with in his final quarter.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Set high.
Fields on first down. Pass taken in by Fryermuth. And he gets a gain of 9, and that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Set high.
From the 48. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock continuing. Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. They'll line up for the onside kick here. Gotta find a way to get it back. Just a little over a minute and a half remaining. And the Giants' hands team secures the football. Ooh, can't get it back on the onside kick. Can still get a final chance with a quick 3-and-out, though, albeit not with a lot of time for them left to work with.
Yeah, Kate, unless they can force a miracle turnover, and we've seen that before, a 3-and-out is really the only avenue remaining. Defense, go buckle it up.
The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Okay, here we go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Half 18, half 18.
Back to throw. That's cut at the 4. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Here he is to throw. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Giants go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Daniel Jones with a touchdown. His 5th total score of this ball game. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts him up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Gano ends the point after. And the Giants double their lead to 14.
41. Steelers 27.
Gano ready to send this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And we've seen some matching touchdowns as of late, so the scoring coming at a good clip, Brock. Let's see if they can keep this up.
You know what's fun, Kate? After all of these years, I have friends that are offensive guys, friends that are defensive guys. And my friends watching this one offensively love it. The defensive guys, they're climbing up their walls.
Freiermuth there to bring it in. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly what happened, but he'll get some assistance now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go, tonight. Tonight.
From the 37. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Has it downfield, working the left. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
Here we go, son. Tonight.
2nd down and 10, Fields. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest.
Don't jump. Ready?
One final shot here. The throw is caught. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. So it's a win for the visiting Giants. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from Pittsburgh.